These long dog days of summer, I mean, we just made it through a heat wave. Mama was parched through this heat wave. I was hitting up Dunkin' every single day, and I will continue to probably for the rest of my days, but especially this summer. Dunkin' is helping everyone stay cool this summer with its lineup of refreshers. These drinks are packed with bold, fruity flavors and served ice cold. It's amazing. Dunkin' refreshers are the perfect afternoon pick-me-up. I like to start my morning with them personally, and then sometimes I go back for a second one because I'm just feeling crazy. They come in a variety of delicious flavors, including fan favorites mango pineapple and strawberry dragon fruit. And then for a limited time, there's black cherry and there's pink pineapple. I'm going to tell you something right now, and it's a bold claim, let me tell you, but I stand behind it. Pink pineapple will change your life. It is so good. It has me feeling like I'm sitting in a pool, resort side, just living, honey. It's so yummy. Try your favorite flavor with green tea, sparkling water, lemonade, or Dunkin's all-new limeade. I haven't tried the limeade yet, but I'm going to. Usually I get my drinks made with green tea and occasionally lemonade, but I do really like the green tea. Or if you don't want to build your own, try one of Dunkin's curated refreshers like the Cherry Lime Ricky or the Ultimate Pink Daydream. The Cherry Lime Ricky, scrumptious. I could drink like 3 of these a day. They're so freaking yummy. Head to Dunkin' today and find your favorite refresher. Dunkin' refreshers contain less than 1% fruit juice. Limited time offer. Every good detective needs a partner to support them on important cases. Think of a State Farm agent like your sidekick, there to help you along the way in your search for coverage. State Farm can help you choose the coverage you need, whether it's for your home, car, boat, or even RV. With so many options, it's nice knowing you have help finding what fits for you so you can get back to solving all of life's bigger cases. Go to statefarm.com or use the award-winning app to connect with a local agent and get a quote. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Milo's Money Days are here, and we're making it rain for rewards members. For the first time ever, when you make a purchase of $200 or more through July 12th, you'll get up to $30 back in extra Milo's money. Not a member yet? Join for free today, because members get more at Lowe's. Milo's Money Award varies based on status. Members in Gold get 30, Silver get 20, and Bronze get 10. Milo's Money valid for 30 days. Restrictions and more terms at Lowe's.com/Milo's Money Days.
Hey weirdos, I'm Ash.
And I'm Alaina.
And this is Morbid.
It's a big old Morbid edition.
Spook, bitch.
In fact, this one's going to be a 2-parter.
1, 2.
Hope you're ready.
Can you count to 2?
I think you can. I think most all of you can. I feel confident in saying that. And, well, this is the Canadian edition.
Canada.
So, and a lot of people have requested this case, along with another Canadian case that we are going to cover. I want to promise everybody, because I think people were worried that since we're covering this one, we won't cover the other one.
No, we're going to cover all of the cases.
We got plenty of time.
Until we die.
Exactly.
Until Morbid meets a morbid end.
Which hopefully will be when we're like 200 years old.
I don't want to live.
You have a long time.
But you can.
Well, today's case is the Ken and Barbie killers.
Karla Homolka and Paul Bernardo.
The grossest humans this side of the Mississippi.
Can I just say, ew.
Yeah.
At both of them.
It's this is one of those cases that a lot of people know about. A lot of people were like, oh shit, I don't know if I can listen to this one because it's that bad.
This one is right up there with the Toy Box Killer.
It's tough. This is a tough one. And
because it involves family.
Yeah, and I just want to put it out there, if lots of sexual assault and rape is something you are not comfortable listening to.
Trigger warning.
This is an entire episode about it. So we just want to let you know. I mean, I hope you stick around, but I get it if you don't. It's okay. We have plenty more.
Skip an episode.
It's totally fine.
Need to.
But if you're here, great. Hey, everybody listening still.
You're brave.
We'll let you know when the super gnarly stuff is coming, by the way. So if you want to give it a shot,
and you're a little weary about it, I'm going to let you know, like, this is going to get gnarly, guys. So
Should I
get
say
ready.
something? Should I have like a word that I say? Like a trigger warning word?
I mean, I'm just going to say it's going to get gnarly, guys. But
Not a code word. Like it could just be like, hey!
I mean, yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna do that every time something gets rough.
So I'm going to say this is going to get gnarly, guys.
And I'm gonna say, hey!
So
I'm not gonna do
just
that.
know that. But yeah, so this is a crazy case. Get ready. And we really only have one piece of business we're going to get to because we're going to thank our Patreons, our Patronuses, our beautiful patrons, tequilas.
Tequilas.
Patron.
Our Don Julios.
Yeah, you know. We're going to do that in Ash's mini-sode this week. So, which I believe will be coming out on Saturday. So keep up for that. Only piece of business is we finally packed up your little gift packs, Patreons. So be on the lookout for those because we are sending them out.
It's gonna be Ash-centric and Alaina-centric, and you're gonna open it, and love is gonna fill your morbid house.
Exactly.
Okay?
Okay. All right.
So, without further ado, Karla Homolka was born on May 4th, 1970 in Ontario, Canada.
I like how you went southern.
Which is not how they speak in Canada.
Ontario. You know us in Ontario.
Ha, it's Canada.
Ha.
Canadians are like,
Ha,
literally,
it's Canada.
go fuck yourself, Ash. We don't sound like that. Hey,
Hey. We're just going to do that a lot, guys.
just kill us later.
Because
Okay?
also, by the way, we love Canadians.
Yeah.
Just want to put that out there.
We do.
You guys are like the nicest people that's ever existed.
You were obsessed with their prime minister for a time.
For a time?
Yeah, I mean,
Hello, Justin Trudeau.
but anyways, her mom's name was Dorothy Seeger, I believe. I don't know how to say that.
Still is.
Yeah, you're right. And her dad's name was Carell, I believe is how you
I think it was
pronounce
actually Carol,
Cool.
but I'm not positive. You might be right.
I didn't look up pronunciation. It's Karel.
I think it's Carol. I think I heard it that way at least.
Okay. So Carol was a Czechoslovakian immigrant.
Cool.
And he worked as a traveling salesman. So he was like away a lot. He also had a really bad drinking problem. And
They all
was
do.
really mean to her mom and to
Aw.
the kids. And he was like really verbally abusive.
Cool.
So that's a really great start.
Yeah, I mean we're flying off the starting line right
Yeah.
now.
Carla had two sisters. And they kind of would just like run off into their rooms and like comfort each other
Oh, that's
when they
sad.
were younger. But then when they got older, they kind of like fought back
Yeah.
to their dad. But I'll get into that later. Carla suffered from asthma from a young age, and she was actually hospitalized on and off throughout childhood. Pretty much any time she got too excited or like scared of something, it would trigger an asthma attack.
Oh damn.
Just a little sad fact.
A little tidbit.
Not like a fun fact. It's like
I mean, now I'm super glad she suffers from asthma.
I'd scare her all the time.
Yeah.
Boo!
I would literally like stomp on all her inhalers right now.
Yeah, bitch. Growing up, she liked to read Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys, like mysteries like that.
Shit, so did I.
Oh, dun, dun, dun. If you ever read those, never admit to it again.
Yeah.
She was really bossy. She liked to boss around her friends. She would like always decide what games they were going to play, what activities to do, and she just like delegated everybody around her like a big biatch.
Which it's like if you didn't know what she was gonna be later, you'd be like, good for you, girl. Like, way to be a powerful woman and just like take charge. But now it's like, fuck that bitch.
Yeah, exactly. Like, why are you so bossy?
Yeah.
Another not fun fact, one day she decided to make a parachute for her friend's hamster, and they tossed it out the window.
What?
Obviously, the parachute didn't work, and the hamster died.
I am shocked.
And then, a couple weeks later, Karla decided to dig up the dead hamster to see what a decomposing body looked like.
Oh, girl.
That's from a book.
Oh, girl.
Yeah, it's fucked up. So that's kind of like the first incident.
I mean, again, if she didn't do horrible shit later, I'd be like, that's weird, but like, whatever.
Yeah, but,
But
she
now,
did horrible shit later.
But now it's getting, all these things are so much worse when you put them in context with what she does.
into perspective and like, ugh. But yeah, so that was like the first incident that kind of showed a side of Karla that was a little dark.
Yeah, a little dark.
It's also interesting though because Karla showed a huge love for animals from a really young age.
I was going to say, I remember reading that.
She had dreams of becoming a vet, and one of her first jobs was actually at a pet store.
So then you wonder if, like, I mean, who knows how old she was when she did that.
Yeah, I don't exactly
Maybe
know.
she was young enough that she thought it was going to be an experiment. I don't know, because kids are dumb and crazy.
Yeah, they are really dumb.
And, like, maybe she dug it up because she was interested in animals and she wanted to see what happens later. But it's like, that's still weird.
Yeah.
I don't know if all vets started out that way. I don't think they did.
I'm gonna bet $20 that they didn't.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet they didn't, but...
Yeah, no, I don't think so. But anyway, so, yeah, in high school, people said that it was obvious Karla did not give a single shit what anybody thought of her. Friends said that she liked to yell swears just to get reactions out of people. Or, like, pretend... Yeah, I don't even know. But...
Just to be a dick.
Yeah. She fought with her parents a lot, and she was super mouthy toward her parents. Like, her friends were like, yeah, even I wouldn't be that.
Yeah, they're like, chill, girl.
Yeah, like, calm down. She didn't dress like the other kids. She didn't want to conform to, like, any, like, societal norm or, like, social norm.
Which, that's cool.
Yeah, it is.
Again, without the context.
Yeah. I go, yeah,
Totally.
it is.
You're like, I suppose.
Her friends from high school remembered her having super high highs where she would talk about college and becoming a vet or even a police officer, which, like, if you
Whoa.
I'm just going to tell you to keep putting things into fucking perspective.
Exactly.
And then later you're going to look back at all of this and be like,
Whoa.
what?
Be like, what, Karla?
What's happening? But when she wasn't having her high highs, she would have her low lows. She would seem super depressed, introverted, and she actually showed close friends a cut on her wrist where she claimed that she tried to kill herself.
Oh, boy.
And she had also claimed that she tried to OD on sleeping pills.
Jeez.
So she talked a lot about wanting to kill herself and, like,
Death
showed people, like, cuts and stuff on her arms. And
Oh, okay.
she definitely, like, had a lot that she was going through. Her friends were confused, though, by her personality changes and felt like her apparent suicide attempts were just, like, to get attention.
Especially because she's, like, showing them off, like,
Right.
badges of honor.
And people also were like, she's, like, wicked full of herself. Like, she thinks she's the shit. So,
Yeah.
like, she's not going to kill herself.
Yeah.
That's how she came off.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned before, Karla's parents had a rocky relationship. Another fun fact, her mom found out that her dad was having an affair one time, and her, like, idea of solving it was that they just, like, have a threesome with his mistress.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That is every
So-
dude who's ever had an affair's
Dream.
wildest dream.
Literally. I was like, wow.
Like, damn, Karla's mom.
Yeah. But also, it's like, you can kind of look at that and be like, is that where she got her idea of what was okay?
Oh,
for
I mean,
a
yeah, if you're
sexual
looking at
relationship? Like,
that as, like, your model here.
yeah, like,
Like, some kids won't look at that as their model, but some kids take it in as, that's how I live. That's
Well,
how I need to live.
when you think
And
of
she
everything
seems
else
like-
that she saw
yeah.
from her parents, she was like, oh, okay, this is fun.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Woof.
that was rough. Yeah, so she was pretty angsty as a teen, obviously. Even though her parents had a rocky relationship, Karla was pretty close with her dad, which is interesting because he was, like, pretty abusive toward the whole family. But whenever she needed or wanted something, she asked him for it. But when they fought, it was, like, lethal. She and her sister Lori were known to yell at their dad, "fuck off," when fighting with him, and they would call him a dumb Czech all the time.
Whoa.
That's how I say that, right? Czech.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Damn.
But, like, you have to think, like, I'm sure, like, their mom, like, yelled shit at him,
Yeah,
too.
that's true. I mean, if you learn it, it's like,
They were just
oh,
in a
jeez.
crazy ass, sad ass.
What a family.
house ass.
Like a house ass.
When Karla wasn't in her woes, she was definitely very confident and interested in flirting with dudes. Before Karla met Paul Bernardo, she dated a guy named Doug, and she said that they had sex and experimented with drugs together. Doug told his friends that they engaged in, like, pretty normal sex.
Yeah.
But Karla told an elaborate story involving, like, heavy BDSM, like handcuffs, dog collars.
And he's like, yo,
he
it
was
was
missionary.
vanilla. Vanilla.
Vanilla missionary is my preferred position.
Like, holy
That's what Doug
shit.
said. We should make a shirt that says that.
Yeah.
Anyways,
That's what Doug said.
it says vanilla missionary is my favorite position. Dash Doug.
I love it. I love it.
Anyways. And friends were alarmed to hear that from, like, a sweet young girl like Karla.
Like, damn, Karla.
Even though-
Again, they were all Southern.
I don't know why I keep doing that. Aside from enjoying your typical Nancy Drew mystery novel, and casual hamster resurrection, Karla was becoming more and more interested in the occult. She did typical shit with her friends, like fucking burning candles and seances and trying to find Ouija boards.
Same, girl.
Yeah. Literally re-fucking tree.
Yeah, like, I'm with you on that one. And that's it. That's as far as we go together.
I won't even go toward Ouija boards. Fuck that.
I know, I won't either. I did, though.
I never did. I've never touched a Ouija
Really?
board. I fucking refuse. And the day my dumbass future kid comes home with a goddamn Ouija board, they're evicted.
I never had one, but I definitely did them at parties.
You're evicted if you've done a Ouija board.
All right. Future kid, take note.
Yeah. But friends also report seeing small circles carved into her arms, colored in with different nail polish.
Whoa.
And she wrote in a book, Michelle Remembers. That's like the title of the book. It's about like Satanism, sexual abuse, repressed memories.
Wow.
She wrote in the book, there is always something more left to say.
Whoa.
Yeah. So.
I wonder if she was sexually abused.
I wonder.
Like,
I didn't.
Obviously before she met Paul.
Yeah. I didn't read anything about that.
I haven't read anything either, but I do wonder.
I definitely wonder based on a lot of shit in this case.
Like, I'm not going to accuse anybody, but.
No, me either. But
I'm just saying.
100%. Maybe all these strange tendencies and seemingly darker fantasies are what made her so interested in Paul.
Maybe.
So, Paul Bernardo was born August 27th, 1964 in Scarborough, Ontario, to Kenneth and Marilyn Bernardo. Kenneth was a disgusting beast of a human.
Yeah, he had a real bad childhood, huh?
Yeah, his childhood is actually... I don't excuse anything he did because of it, but it's really sad if he hadn't turned into a garbage human. But yeah, his dad was a beast of a human, if you can even refer to him as a human.
Just human garbage.
Yeah, not even human. He faced charges for pedophilia, child molestation, being a peeping Tom, and he was also molesting Paul's sister.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Guys.
If that wasn't enough, he also verbally and physically abused the entire family and
shocked.
was horrible to Paul's mother. He called her like every name in the book, like bitch, fat cow, whore, sad, mean names.
We're really setting up some winners here.
For real. Paul's mom suffered from depression.
Crazy.
I know.
Yeah.
Like, why?
Wow.
I don't know if it was before or because of everything, but
that definitely didn't help.
No. And she tended to remove herself from the family. She would like go away with like for the weekend by herself to visit her family, or like just she was like gone all the time.
Uh-uh.
And eventually she moved into the basement of the family's home. Like she moved to the basement.
Oh my Lord.
That's interesting. Somehow, after all of that, Paul was described as pretty happy and normal. Adults thought that he would, like the adults around him thought that he was like super well-mannered.
Wow.
He was a well-adjusted child.
A la Ted Bundy.
His happiness and innocence took a turn at 16, a la Ted Bundy, when he learned that his father was not actually his biological father, and that his mother had an affair, which resulted in her becoming pregnant with...
So one, the guy who you thought was your father is like a awful pedophile, child rapist, peeping Tom, wife abuser.
Yep.
And you're like upset that he's not your biological parent.
That's what I said.
Because I'd be like, oh, Mom, you had an affair? Good for you. Awesome.
Yeah.
Super glad I don't share that dude's DNA.
Yeah.
That just shows how fucked up Paul is from the get-go.
Because I would literally be like,
I would be,
thank God.
Breathing a sigh of relief. I'd be like, no, none of that dude's DNA runs through my veins.
Yeah,
that's great.
I don't need it.
Yeah, great news.
Yeah.
Pop the champagne.
Paul was like, I'm mad and you're a whore. And
oh, so he already had that, like, women are the problem thing from the beginning.
yeah.
Oh, Paul.
Wonder where he learned that.
Wonder.
He started verbally abusing his mom and called her all the things that Kenneth did. And he called her a whore, a slob,
Nice.
and a bitch.
Cool.
And all those fun things. He started working at Amway after high school. He pretty much started using the sales tactics that he was learning to flirt with women.
Okay.
So he would like practice his sales techniques at bars and like pick up women and bring them home. Except it didn't last very long with these women because he was a fucking psycho. He had super dark sexual fantasies.
You don't say.
Hi, Karla. He was abusive.
Carla's like, hey!
She's like, me too. Did you hear about me and Doug?
And Doug's like, no, Vervanilla.
Vervanilla missionary, Karla. Ugh.
God.
So he was abusive to these women and threatened to kill women if they ever spoke of what he did to them.
Hey, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
October 17th, 1987, Paul and Karla cross paths.
Oh, the romance began.
She is 17. He's 23. And also a rapist, which Alaina will get into.
Sure will.
The two meet at a hotel restaurant, and just a few short hours later, they are having sex in a hotel room.
Oh, wow.
It's
true love.
True
guys.
love. Live your best
That's how
life.
it begins.
It's an instant connection for the absolute worst.
Yeah, absolutely.
They start dating, and Karla's family fucking loves Paul.
That's what I read.
They're like obsessed with Paul.
Yeah.
Like, her sisters say that he was like the brother they always wanted.
Yeah, he's a true, like, psychopath, sociopath.
He learned how to win everybody over. He lived like more than 2 hours from Karla, but he would like make the drive all the time and just like come over and visit her.
What a gent.
But all of that short-lived because a year in, she tells her friends that he's already verbally abusing her.
Cool.
But she forgives him, and on December 24th, Christmas Eve of 1989, they become engaged at Niagara Falls.
Oh, snap.
But he's already a rapist.
He sure is, guys. He sure is.
This is my friend Alaina.
Hey, I'm new. Be nice. So, I'm gonna fill you guys in on all the terrible rapey things here. So, things are about to get gnarly for a minute. Slightly gnarly. They're gonna get even gnarlier after that. So, just strap in, everybody. Hold on to those butts.
Hold
on
to
to
your
'em.
butt. Super glue your butt together.
So by this point, by the time that Karla and Paul had met, had started dating, all that good, delicious, romantic stuff,
Romance.
Paul was already a pretty well-established rapist.
Great.
Obviously, no one knew he was a rapist, but his crimes were being attributed to what the media and investigation in police were referring to as the Scarborough Rapist.
Scarborough Rapist.
Obviously, they didn't know it was him, but, you know, they find out later, don't worry.
Mm-hmm.
So in 1987 is when he began really on this Scarborough Rapist path.
Mind you, 1989 was when they were engaged.
Yeah.
So he had been a rapist for 2 years.
Now, he began a series of up to 24 rapes or attempted rapes during a 5-year period at this point.
Insane.
Yeah. He mostly was after teenage girls. He liked very young girls.
Gross.
And very young women, basically.
Gross.
Most of the attacks happened outside, which is very odd. And I'm going to get into a couple of them. Obviously, I'm not going to name anybody. I'm just going to give you an idea of how these things happened.
Okay.
Tons of them happened outdoors and in very crazy, like scary, spooky ways. But at least one time, he did break into a victim's house and tried to rape her in her room.
Goodbye.
And I'll get into that. The attacks came along with beatings, intense verbal, abuse. And then he would threaten the victim, if you tell anyone about this, I'm coming back here. Because usually he would do it around their house.
And he even stole one girl's ID, right?
Yeah. And he would do it around their house, so he knew where they lived. So he said, I'll come right back here and I'll murder you and your whole family if you say anything.
God, that's so fucked.
So that's why a lot of them did report it, luckily, but some of them didn't until way later. So, I'm just going to go through a few of these, just to give you an idea of what a fucked up monster he is.
Great.
May 4th, 1987, he raped a 21-year-old in Scarborough. He did it in the front of her parents' yard.
Oh my God.
After he followed her home.
Wow.
Like, literally raped her in front of her parents' house. May 14th, 1987, so only a few days later, raped a 19-year-old woman in the backyard of her parents' house.
Jesus.
Yup. July 17th, 1987, he attempted to rape a young woman, but he, beat the hell out of her, but she fought the hell back, and he abandoned it.
Shit.
So good for that girl.
I was going to say, you go, girl.
September 29th, 1987, he attempted to rape a 15-year-old girl.
Ew.
He did this is the one that he broke into her home.
Oh my God.
And he entered into her bedroom, a 15-year-old who's asleep. He jumped on her back, put his hand over her mouth, threatened her with a knife, bruised the side of her face, and bit her ear.
Oh my God.
He fled before he was able to do anything else. because her mother came in the room and started screaming.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Let's see, hold on.
That girl would literally never go to sleep again.
No.
Like,
And
how would you ever fall asleep
the worst
again?
thing is with this one is a 19-year-old named Anthony Hannah Mayer was convicted of this crime in 1989, and he served a 16-month prison sentence.
Wow.
But he was exonerated after Bernardo admitted to this.
Oh my God.
So this poor guy got nailed for this. Yeah. May 25th, 1988, he was actually very close to being caught. And it's like, oh, it's like so frustrating because so many lives could have been saved. He was almost caught by a uniformed Metro Toronto investigator who was staking out a bus shelter because he had picked up another 15-year-old from like a bus stop. Ew. So they were staking out the bus stops. The investigator noticed him hiding under bushes.
Like, what the fuck?
Pursued him, and he got away.
He, like, was just, like, too fast.
Yeah,
for
he
the
was
guy?
able to run away.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? In October 4th, 1988, he attempted another rape in Scarborough, but his victim fought him off. But he was able to stab her in the thigh and buttock, and she required more than 12 stitches.
Oh my God.
So he wasn't afraid to actually stab people already. Like,
No.
he was not, if you were going to fuck with him, he was going to kill you. He just didn't do it yet. November 16th, 1988, he raped an 18-year-old woman in the backyard of her parents' house. November 17th, 1988 is when the Metro Police finally formed a task force to get the Scarborough Rapist. In 1989, around August, he raped a 22-year-old woman that he had stalked her outside of her apartment window the night before and then waited for her to come home.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Like, he BTK'd it.
Literally
Yeah.
BTK'd it.
Fuck BTK. So, in 1990, May 26th, 1990, he raped another 19-year-old woman, but his victim had a very vivid recollection of what he looked like.
Yes.
And the police were able to create a computer composite portrait of him. They released it 2 days later by the police. They published it in Toronto, all the Toronto area newspapers, all over the news. And they got around 16,000 responses to it. And 3 of those responses were from people who said it was Paul Bernardo in that portrait.
Shit.
Investigators did question Bernardo twice because he lived in his parents' Scarborough home at the time.
Right.
He was interviewed November 20th, 1990. It only lasted about 35 minutes. He voluntarily provided samples for forensic testing.
Oh,
yeah.
That's scary.
He was ballsy. When they asked Bernardo why he thought he was being investigated for this, he said that, I guess I look like the picture.
Wow.
Like, he just was, he was
Psychopath.
fearless with this. Like, he was like, sure, you can have my semen. And then he was like, yeah, sure, I look like the portrait. Like, he was not at all.
Well, because in his mind, he probably was like, I'm never going to get caught because he's a fucking psychopath. Because
he was like, yeah.
And probably a narcissist.
The detectives said he was super credible, and they believed him. So he was released.
That's so scary to me.
And again, they took samples of his hair, blood, and saliva for DNA testing, which you'd be like, okay, well, they can nail him right away.
Right, how did they not?
Well, this was back in 1990?
Oh.
This was 1990 when they brought him in. DNA testing was super new in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
The Center of Forensic Sciences in Toronto only had 1 qualified scientist and 1 technician that could do this. So the samples taken were among dozens of other samples that they had taken to compare to the Scarborough Rapist case. And I think they had around like 50,000 samples collected at this time. So it just took a long time. He just kind of got put in the backlog and they were making their way through.
Right.
It's crazy, though, that he was like, yeah, I'm going to get away with this.
Go.
Like, they're going to test it eventually, dude.
He didn't give a shit.
But whatever. So, like Ash said, Karla's family fucking loved Paul.
They really fucking did.
Especially her sister, Tammy, who was her younger sister at the time. She was around 15 years old. She really loved Paul. Paul took a special liking to her as well.
Because he's a fucking pervert.
Now, at this point, he had lost his job as an accountant and was actually working smuggling cigarettes across the Canada-United States border.
Wow, savage.
Her family did not know about this. But, like we said, Paul had a very weird obsession and infatuation with Tammy.
Gross.
In 1990, Paul started to pressure Karla to allow him to have sex with Tammy.
What?
You know, normal relationship issues, right?
No.
Your fiance at the time is just like, I'd love it if you would let me have sex with your younger sister.
Ew.
Like, what the fuck, dude?
That really grosses me out on like a whole,
This is
like like a galactic level.
So this, just again, another warning. This is about to get real gnarly. So get ready.
Oh, this case is so fucking stressful.
Now, one of the main issues that was in their relationship, because Karla was all about pleasing Paul.
Right.
Karla would do anything he wanted. They established like a sub-dom kind of relationship pretty early on, and she was fully the sub.
Doug was not into it.
No,
Paul
Doug was ver vanilla, and Paul was like, let's do this.
Paul was ver not vanilla.
Karla called Paul like her king, all that stuff, like treated him like a king, like whatever he wanted, he got.
Yeah.
So she was all about pleasing him. That's all she lived for. And one of the things that he was really upset about was that Karla had sex with Doug before they met. So she was not a virgin.
Shit.
And he was real upset about that because he had a real thing for taking girls' virginity.
Like what?
Because Paul is a fucking splatter on the canvas of life. That's what he is.
That's funny.
He's a shit splatter on the canvas of life.
Yo, Paul, you a shit stain.
You are a shit splatter, Paul. Now, obviously, at this point, we're in 1990. He loved taking girls' virginity, usually without their consent.
Yeah,
so
I was going to say.
Let's be real.
He had
about
a real
this.
knack for that.
He did have a knack for that. So Paul was so infatuated with Tammy that he would make Karla dress up as Tammy and act like her during sex.
Yo, that's like
Karla did it.
What?
Like, Karla did it. This is her little sister, and she's like, sure.
You need so much family counseling.
So much.
Honestly, you need euthanasia, but...
and she still needs euthanasia. Like, this is bonkers. He also took to watching Tammy undress outside of her window, and Karla, always wanting to please Paul, would actually leave windows open and broke Tammy's shade so that he would have better access to do this.
Are you kidding
And
me?
he would literally stand out there and jack it.
Ew.
And Karla would, help him.
I don't want to know any of this information.
What is the human race, everybody? What are we? What's happening?
Animals.
Where did we go wrong? I don't get this. So this was, to Karla, this was her way of giving him Tammy. And hoping that he would be satisfied with this.
That's so horrific in and of itself.
Because remember, he was pressuring her to have sex with her, to take her virginity. So she was like, maybe I'll just do this and he'll be satisfied. But it's like,
nope.
He wasn't.
No.
Spoiler alert.
I was just going to say, spoiler alert.
Breaking news, he was not.
Oh, God.
Now, weird little side note, in July, he took Tammy across the border to get beer for a party. And Bernardo later told Karla that they, quote, got drunk and began making out.
Uh-oh.
And Karla's like, okay, cool.
I'm surprised. I don't even know if I'm just surprised he didn't rape her.
I know. I think he was trying to groom her.
Yeah.
To get, I don't think he wanted to forcibly do it. I think he wanted it to be, easy.
Yeah.
As we'll see. So, this is when she was like, all right, I'm going to give Paul Tammy's virginity. Because it's obviously hers to give, right?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, obviously. At this point, Karla was working at a vet clinic because she loves animals so much, guys. Remember, she's such a great person.
So weird.
So she had access to all kinds of tranks, sedation methods, and, stuff they use on animals.
Yeah.
Not humans. So in July of 1990, she stole a bottle of Valium from the clinic in order to sedate her sister to give her to Paul.
That's really fucked up.
On this particular night in July, she made Tammy a plate of spaghetti, which was apparently something she did often for her younger sister because Karla was such a great big sis.
Totally.
But this was not the typical plate of spaghetti because this one contained a dose of the Valium.
Oh, shit.
So Tammy went out cold because Valium will fuck you up in big
out.
amounts. And Paul was able to begin to rape her while Karla watched.
She watched?
Oh, yeah. Oh, she does much worse.
That was really
later.
Canadian, I feel.
Yeah. Oh,
when
yeah.
You said that.
No, that was more like Minnesota. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm everywhere.
I know. There's more later, but I didn't know that.
There's
she watched.
much worse later.
Well, I did know that, but I don't know.
But unfortunately for them, Tammy woke up because Valium will not knock you out cold for too long. So she woke up, but by that point, Paul had removed himself from the situation. So they just pretended everything was fine. They were like, oh, yeah, weird, you fell asleep. You're crazy.
Weird that I'm in bed with you.
Yeah, totally fine. Over that same summer, it was said that he supplied Tammy and her friends with gifts, food, and soft drinks. And her friends said that it was weird because the soft drinks had, quote, a film and a few white flecks on the top. So pretty sure he was trying to drug all those girls.
Oh my god.
Yep. Now, they put a pin in this one for a while, but like, he wanted more.
Yeah.
So in December 1990, on Christmas Eve, which they got engaged in 89 on Christmas Eve, right? So a year into their engagement to the day. Now, 6 months before their wedding, by the way, they put another plan into action. The whole family was over. They had over the Homolka's house. Mm-hmm. They had a great Christmas dinner. They were celebrating. Paul had his famous video camera out. And he filmed a ton that night because, you know, this tool bag loves to take videos of stuff, as we'll see. Once the whole family went off to bed, Paul and Karla told Tammy that she should hang with them for a bit and watch a movie. Now, they all went down to the furnished basement, and they offered her some rum and eggnog, so some spiked eggnog. Mm-hmm. And if anyone is a little sibling who is listening right now, you know that, like,
so excited.
All you want is to hang out with your cool older sister or brother. Yeah. And especially if they have, like, a cool girlfriend or boyfriend that you love. And I was a younger sibling, you know, so, like, I get it. All you want is to be, like, cool with them.
And, like, included.
And you're 15 years old and they're like, you want some spiked eggnog? You're going to be like,
yeah, I do.
Like, you think you can trust these people. It's your older sister. And her boyfriend who you love. Poor Tammy, man. Well, so Tammy was super into it. Well, Karla laced that drink with halothane. Which is a much stronger, it's like used for anesthesia for, like, dogs.
Oh my god.
And obviously when they use it for anesthesia in dogs, it's pretty well dosed. Right. You know, it's dosed for the weight, for the breed, for the type, you know, everything.
But this Karla didn't know what the fuck she was doing.
No, and this wasn't dosed. This was just, here's a shit ton of halothane. Halothane also is like, it decompresses your, like, airways and stuff if you take too much. Like, it's a really intense drug. I looked up a bunch of stuff about it. There's a shit ton about it, but it's a really intense drug. You shouldn't be shoving it in someone's face. Just don't do it. So Tammy soon went on...
Just don't
do it,
people.
Guys. Yeah, don't do that. So Tammy soon went unconscious, and this is where things get really bad. Really bad. So this is when Paul began raping Tammy while Karla filmed it on the video camera.
Which is beyond fucking human comprehension.
And this is the same video camera and the same tape that they just filmed Christmas on.
Like...
An investigator said it literally goes from Christmas celebration to raping an unconscious Tammy.
That's insane.
Now, so just know, Karla is just as bad as Paul.
Oh, she's worse.
You will see this bitch should not be out right now, which, by the way, she's out.
Yeah.
Anybody listening in Canada, I'm sure you know that she is out. Now, all the while, whenever Tammy would kind of, like, stir awake, because she had just been dosed with it, they would hold a halothane-soaked cloth over her face to knock her back out.
So they were just, like,
so then she was inhaling it. She had just ingested it, and now she's inhaling it into her airways. This whole thing was filmed. It wasn't just Paul raping Tammy. Paul would rape Tammy, then he would encourage Karla to rape Tammy, so he would take the video camera and he filmed her raping her younger sister, who is unconscious.
Ew.
And they took many turns. It is all on film, and it was used against, well, mostly against him later. But yeah, they're fucking monsters.
That made me, like, actually nauseous.
Eventually, Tammy began vomiting and started to aspirate on her own vomit because no one was fucking helping her. She's just laying there being brutalized and she's choking on her own vomit. So Paul and Karla, instead of trying to help her, just got her dressed, cleaned her up, and called 911.
What?
Oh, and brought her up to her room to make sure that it wasn't weird that she was down there.
That she was in the basement.
So Tammy had a gnarly chemical burn on her face.
Oh, really?
From the halothane being pressed onto her face with the cloth. Like, crazy burns. Like, there's autopsy photos of Tammy Homolka, and I've seen them. I'm sure a lot of people have. They're, like, part of the case. They're intense. I mean, one whole side of her face is just a red blotch.
Oh my god.
It's insane. So, obviously, you would think that when the like ambulance
They'd be
people,
like,
when the
"What is
EMTs
that?"
and when the police said, they'd be like, what's that about? They would be like, it's a fucking chemical burn.
Right.
They both just claimed, they were like, oh, she got drunk and crazy. And, you know, like, that's how she started choking on her own vomit, because she just was super drunk. And the Niagara Regional Police asked them about the burn mark. And Bernardo said that it was a carpet burn that she got when he dragged her into her bedroom.
And they were like, oh, okay.
And they were just like, oh, okay. Like, what? That's clearly a chemical. How they didn't realize that was a chemical burn, like how the pathologist
Apparently
didn't be like,
have
hey.
their best people on Christmas.
That just blows my mind that they just let that go.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
that is
wild.
some fucked up shit right there. They should have looked at that. It was on her, like, lips and on her cheek. It's crazy. I would say I'm going to post pictures from this case, like we always do. Mm-hmm. I might post a photo of that for anybody who does want to see it. I will put a warning before that photo, so it won't be just you flicking through and you're going to see it if you don't want to.
Yeah.
So don't worry. But it's crazy. So she was rushed to St. Catherine's General Hospital and was pronounced dead right when she got there. Her death was ruled an accident, despite the copious amounts of evidence to the contrary.
And how did they not find the, what was that drug called?
Halothane.
That wasn't found in her system?
No idea how none of this was found.
What?
Yeah. And maybe, who knows? I don't even know. I don't know if they did a full autopsy, if they did a tox screen. Because they wouldn't have found it if they didn't do a tox screen.
Wow, that's
and
so
if they're
fucked.
just saying, yeah, she just drank a lot, I'm her sister, what the hell? They might not have asked for it. So it's bonkers. Now, this is where things get even crazier.
If that's even humanly possible.
Crazy. 3 weeks after Tammy Homolka's death, Karla and Paul filmed a video that is now referred to as, quote, the fireside chat. They did this in the Homolka house. The video was viewed as court evidence, and so the poor jurors had to, like, listen to this. And there's a transcript of it online. Maybe I'll post that somewhere so you guys can read it if you want to.
No thanks.
I just want to put it out there in case anybody, because I know I said everything about the toy box killer transcript and people hadn't found it. So I'll put it out there if you want to. It's pretty crazy. It starts in the basement where they killed Tammy.
Died, yeah.
And the two of them are naked and are laying in front of the fire. And they're, I
don't think I've ever heard this part.
Doing various sex acts while Karla literally says multiple times how much she loved watching him rape Tammy. And that she loved raping Tammy. And it's graphic as fuck. This Karla is a scary, scary lady. And so is Paul. They're both, terrifying.
Like, what happens in the human
And she
brain?
also says that she loved watching him rape the other young girl a few days before that. So she's already implicating that he's done this before. She then says she wants to do that for him every weekend and get him all the virgins he wants.
What?
She even says, and this is awful, so get ready.
Hey!
Gnarly stuff coming up. She even says she wants 4 kids with him so he can rape them all.
Whoa.
Yep. Like, actually, and is saying this in, like, a sexy kitty voice as she's, like, performing fellatio.
What the fuck?
Yep. Then she takes a long stem, and there's a lot more to it, but then she takes a long-stemmed red rose and puts it all over his naked body, then says she wants to leave this rose at Tammy's grave because it's been all over his intimate places and it would give him pleasure to leave it at her grave after that. So she was real sorry about what happened to Tammy.
I am having an anxiety attack on air.
Maybe we need a palate cleanser.
I need to be done.
This is your palate cleanser with Annie. I've been to Disney World 11 times. My favorite ride is Splash Mountain. This has been your palate cleanser with Annie.
So if that wasn't bad enough, guys,
I want to go home.
at some point, the filming of this fireside chat moved into Tammy's bedroom.
Tammy's room?
Yep.
Were they at Karla's house?
Yeah, they were at the Homolka residence. Remember, because they were in the basement where it happened.
Oh, fuck.
Paul goes into this weird, like, soliloquy about how much he loves Tammy and calls her his baby, taking all these, like, shots of pictures of her in her room, like, and he's saying, like, hi, Tammy, Love you, Tammy.
Bye.
And then Karla shows up in the frame, dressed up in Tammy's clothing, pretends to be her, and even talks in her voice.
Excuse you?
Yup. And says things like, I hope Karla doesn't find out about us and shit. And then they eventually have sex on Tammy's bed.
No. Is it over? Are we done with part 1?
Almost.
No. I need a palate cleanser again.
It's pretty rough.
Are you fucking... Where was her family? Like,
I
where
don't know
was
where
the
they were.
sister?
I mean, I think they were just, like, away at some point, so... Yeah. Yep. And the poor jurors
How did
had
she
to watch
not
this.
die in prison?
Because she didn't get enough time to, I don't think. This whole Tammy situation obviously gave them a taste not only for sexually assaulting and raping young girls, but also killing them when it felt like they had to. It seems like their criteria for whether or not someone lived was whether or not they could identify them at this point.
Oh, okay.
So they decided to start using Karla. Like, she offered to lure young girls for them to rape. Like she said in the video, I want to do this for you.
Someone should just punch her in the face every single day, multiple times a day, until she dies.
Luckily, I think people make her life pretty miserable. She has to move, like, everywhere.
Do they? Good.
Trust me. And again, we'll get into that later because we'll give you the whole shebang on where she is right now. But, so Karla, before she worked at the vet clinic, worked at a pet store. When she worked at the pet store, I think it was like 2 years before that, she kind of befriended this girl who was 15 years old who worked there.
Normal.
On June 7th, 1991, she invited the girl, who is only referred to as Jane Doe. Mm-hmm. She invited her out for a girls' night out. They went out, they went shopping, they had dinner, and then Karla was like, hey, do you want to come back to my house and we can have some drinks and just hang out?
Because you would never fucking think that's weird. I can't even tell you how many times I've done that.
Exactly. And it's like, and it's a girl. It's another girl. It's
Right,
another
you would
woman.
Never that you
like
work
you feel
with.
like you're
you would
like,
never
oh, I've
think
worked
anything
with her.
about that.
So she laced her alcohol with halothane, and when the girl lost consciousness, she called Bernardo and said, hey, I have a surprise wedding gift for you. Come over. He got there, they undressed Jane Doe, and Paul videotaped Homolka raping her first. And then he raped her. Now, the next morning, Jane Doe woke up and she was throwing up. She was nauseated. She was sick from the halothane. But she thought it was because that was the first time she had ever drank alcohol.
Oh my god, that's
Which,
the
how
saddest
sad is
thing
that?
I've ever fucking
Yeah.
heard in my life.
So she had no idea that she had been
And
sexually
she just
assaulted.
thought that she like had like a cool girl
Yep.
fun night.
Yep. She thought she had a cool girl fun night, and she was like, yeah, it's the first time I drank alcohol. I guess I got sick.
Oh my god.
Yep. Now, Jane Doe left none the wiser. She was invited back in August to spend the night, and they did basically the same thing they did to Tammy again. And Jane Doe stopped breathing after she was drugged and after Paul had began to rape her. So it was basically the Tammy thing. Karla called 911 because she stopped breathing and she was like, oh shit. But then called back a few minutes later and said, everything's all right, because they had revived her. The ambulance was called back and there was no follow-up.
That's totally
So Jane Doe survived, but what the fuck?
Was that the last time they fucked with her?
That was the last time they fucked with her. Now, this is just a little side thing. In 2001, the magazine Elm Street published an article that they kind of implied that forensic evidence said that Tammy's death was definitely not an accident. Like, that, not that I'm saying, you know what I mean? Like, that it was intentional on Karla's part.
Yeah.
Like, she wanted to kill her sister.
Yeah.
That this wasn't like, whoops, we overdosed you. They said that she deliberately administered an overdose of halothane, and the magazine said that Karla was, quote, a malignant narcissist who was so pissed off that Paul was so fucking infatuated with her younger sister and not her.
That she had to get rid
That
of her.
she had to remove Tammy from the equation.
Oh my god.
I mean,
Makes fucking sense.
it makes total sense. And it's like, but then she continues to dress up as her and everything. But maybe it's like now she doesn't have to worry
it's her.
about Tammy being the thing.
Right.
She can just role play.
And she's
it's
so
still her.
psychotic that it's her.
Exactly. So I just thought that was like an interesting, because I believe that. I totally
I
believe
100%
that.
believe that.
Because as a vet, if she was a veterinary assistant, a vet
She
tech,
would know what
if
it
she was
takes.
working in a vet office at all, she would know that what she was giving her was an overdose.
Yeah.
I'm sure she wouldn't know the exact dosage because you would have to,
Study that.
it translated into human dose too from animal dose.
Yeah.
But you know that, like, if you're giving this much to a 30-pound dog, 110-pound, like, I don't know how much she weighed, but, like, she was 15.
Right.
Like, 110-pound girl, you're not going to give the same dose to, but it's like, you're also not going to give her, like, 40 times that dose. You know what I mean? It's like, so I think she knew what she was doing. And I do believe that she would want to remove her sister. And that it would be no skin off her back.
And she would probably know that she was going to burn her fucking face.
Oh, yeah. She would definitely, because you would know that you don't fucking put that right on top of
Like,
skin.
I'm sure, and I'm sure they would have to, when they administered it,
Yeah.
like, wear gloves and shit. And,
Exactly.
like, I'm sure they knew, like, don't spill that.
And
like,
that they
it'll burn
didn't
you.
put it directly on the animal's skin either.
Right,
It's like they
exactly.
probably did it in some kind of intubation kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
She
that
knew
was
what the fuck she
interesting.
was doing.
But we're going to stop here for part 1.
Bye.
And we will take it back up next week with part 2, where we will talk about the brutal rape and murder of Kristen French and Leslie Mahaffey.
Oh, you know what's weird? I have some sick time that I haven't used yet. So I'm going to use that for next week, okay?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
The sick time for the Morbid podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to have to say no to that sick time request.
Well,
Sorry.
I'm sick that
Sorry.
day.
Sorry.
I'm really sick that day. I know I'm going to be...
You know what? I think we're all going to be really sick that day.
Yeah, I think so too.
I'm pretty sick this day. So yeah, so this was a doozy, guys, and it's only going to get worse.
No.
So stick with us.
Fuck
We're going to
that.
get through this together. We're all going to hold hands. We got through the toy box killer together. We're going to get through this.
I think this is worse.
I think it's worse in like a different way.
It
I
is.
think I think it's as bad. They're on different planes
Yeah.
of bad.
Yeah. They're
I
on,
don't-
the,
I
they're
don't
on the
think-
same wavelength,
Yeah, I don't think one is worse. I
but
think
different
it's just
different ends.
different wavelengths of bad.
It's because it's like family.
Yeah. And Karla is just, I mean, Paul is a fucking monster. I'm not letting him off the
She's
hook
a
by
monster
any-
in a different fucking
But
way,
they're
though.
just too...
You raped
yeah.
your sister
Yeah.
for your man. Ugh.
Yeah, nothing's good about this. And just as a little side note, we will be hitting Robert Picton's, which is the other Canadian serial
Oh,
killer
yeah,
case
people have requested
that a lot
him
of people want to hear. I promise we're going to hit that one. It's on our list. We just wanted to hit this one first. So fear not, Canadian listeners. And yeah, so I think we all got through this together and we're going to get through part 2.
In the meantime, you can follow us on Instagram at...
Morbid Podcast.
You can tweet us.
A Morbid Podcast.
Send us a Gmail.
Morbidpodcast@gmail.com.
Donate to our fucking Patreon.
Patreon.com/morbidpodcast.
If you feel so inclined. Join our Facebook group.
Morbid, a true crime podcast.
And go check out the website that my lovely co-host so beautifully designed at.
Morbidpodcast.com.
We hope you keep listening.
And we hope you keep it weird.
I don't want to make this one funny. Hold on, I'm thinking. But not so weird that when you find out you're adopted, you start to verbally abuse your mom just like your dad did. And, like, not so weird that, like, Karla Homolka is your spirit animal. And not so weird that, like, you want to be like Karla Homolka or Paul Homolka, because I don't even want to say anything more about these people that I have to go now. Bye.
Yeah, because this one isn't funny, guys.
It's not funny.
It's not funny. Sorry.
Well, none of them are.
No, but this one's like real not funny. Bye.
Feeling stuck with rising ad costs and flat results? Realize Taboola's advertising platform for businesses unlocks growth beyond search and social. Taboola's algorithm engages with high-intent users on the open web, accelerating their path to conversion. Powered by an AI model trained on over 500 billion monthly signals, Realize delivers smarter prospecting with privacy-safe targeting. The result? Higher conversion rates and scalable funnel at lower cost. To learn more, visit realize.com/podcast. You've tried melatonin, the white noise machine, the blackout curtains, the magnesium, and you're sleeping fine. Not great, just fine. At some point, you have to consider the 4-year-old pillow is doing more damage than the magnesium is fixing. Coop Sleep Goods is running a bundle sale July 9th through the 20th. The starter bundle is the move. 2 pillows plus a sheet set, 40% off. And we're not saying it'll fix everything. We're just saying you've tried everything else. Coop's pillows are adjustable, designed to fit how you sleep, not just tolerate it. Mix and match any 2 pillows at 25% off or go all in on the starter bundle. One real upgrade beats 6 mediocre ones. Head to coopsleepgoods.com/comedy. That's COOP sleepgoods.com/comedy for 40% off the starter bundle and 25% off all other bundles.